3, 2, 1.
You, that was so bad.
You just explained
You
it
did.
to me.
You
know.
did.
You play the tapes back. You just explained to me how this
Jesus.
works.
Like,
Okay,
when
so
you say
you're
one,
clapping.
you begin to move to one to clap.
Got it.
Okay,
Got it.
yeah.
I forget that there's delay. Okay.
Welcome to Games Later, where we never find the middle ground.
God. Welcome to Games Later, where the score is made up and the points don't matter.
I actually kind of like that one. That was pretty good.
Thank you. You know why you like it? Because I'm ripping it off another TV show.
Oh, great.
Nothing's original anymore.
Bring us home, Angel.
We're somehow still here, so we should get started. Welcome to Games Later, where games are happening much, much later.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on the later.
You would
fair,
think
the call
that
started at 9.
What are you talking about? It's 9 right now.
Yes, it has
It's
been
9
exactly
o'clock
since
right
time.
now.
We are exactly all together at the
In
time that we
Minnesota.
specify.
It's a wizard is neither late nor early. He arrives exactly on time.
That's the
There's
thing.
dimension doors in there.
Well, for us, like, whenever we say let's get together at 9, like, we're still trying our best. Like, everything, like, happens last minute. You might have, like, some work come up, or you're in traffic, or you're in the washroom, because you guys always call me when I'm in the washroom. Which is, like, truly an uncanny ability that you all have.
You can sense when there's this disturbance in your bladder.
Oh, no. I know when to attack.
You know what? That sounds just like when you redeem my hydrates on stream, to be honest.
I did?
Angel does.
Oh.
Angel
I'll wait
does.
till her water bottle is the full as possible, and then we'll do it.
Oh, I forgot about that water bottle thing you have going on.
Yeah, because I don't drink water. I don't enjoy it. I'd rather drink gamer juice than
That's
have
not
water.
What do you...
Yeah, it is.
What do you classify as gamer juice?
Gamer juice is any drink that you're going to have and enjoy when you're playing a game. So, gamer juice, like, one night could be a Red Bull, and gamer juice another night could be a tea. Look at this. Could be sponsored
It could be water.
No, that's not gamer juice.
You said
It's
it's anything
water.
you drink while gaming.
Yeah, but, like, in, like, a flavor other than water.
You didn't specify.
And specify. I think it's implied that I don't want to drink water. I want to drink gamer juice. That water is the exception.
You know how we should measure our level of success as a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
When we have enough leverage to make gaming branded bottled water and make a profit from it. I think that should be our goal. We make a Games Later branded gamer water.
I can't get on with gamer water. I can't endorse water.
The only water that Emma will actually drink.
Yeah, Emma, what do you mean you can't endorse
Oh,
water?
I
You have a
can't
whole
endorse
bit in your
water.
streams about you drinking water.
Exactly. I have, like, created a reputation. That is also true that I detest water because I hate it. I hate it to the max. And I can't, if I were to then turn around and sell water, then that's like the longest ploy. That's the biggest marketing scam I've ever seen in my life.
No, you're like, help me drink water. Let's drink it together. By making a water that even non-water drinkers like.
Water that non-water drinkers would like. I don't know if that exists.
See, that's our niche. See, I feel like not liking water to me is an ick. Right? Like, that's like a major ick, right? Not liking water.
An ick.
An ick, yeah.
A whole ick. Okay, I want you to think of that. Every time you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is make coffee. You're not having water first thing in the morning. You're not thinking about water when you wake up. You're like, I need my coffee.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
First
what are
thing
you
I do in the
talking
morning
about?
is
Yeah.
drink water. What do you mean?
Okay, no one wakes up and drinks water.
Plenty of
That's
people
like
do.
the-
Yes.
That's
We
like
have
the
water
second
by
drink.
our bedside, and you wake up and you drink water.
Just,
I have water by my bedside too, but that's for osmosis. Okay, I don't actually have to drink it to
you know,
consume any
that's
of it.
not how humans
That's
consume water.
no.
Oh my goodness. Look, it's not a bit at the end of the day. I truly detest water. I don't want to drink it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to be near it.
You don't want to smell it. You don't want to be
No.
near it. Yeah.
That would concern you if you
Don't you
smelled
live near a
water.
fucking
Water?
river?
Have water?
Pardon me?
Don't you live near a
What?
fucking river? Also,
It
what?
looks like
Do we have rivers? We have rivers. Yeah. You know what? I live somewhere within walking distance of a river, as I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah, actually, I can see a river from my window.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all near water, so exactly. We don't have to do anything else. We don't have to disturb nature.
I could actually see
Okay, I
a
can just
prison.
wave at it.
I can see a prison from one of my windows.
I can see a prison right here as we continue to chat about this water.
This is
I'm
this is a prison.
anti-water gang.
I wanna go back to icks. Do you have any gaming icks? Like, what's a gaming ick for you?
Like in the sense of a game or just like the gaming culture?
Oh man, I feel like gaming culture is being a little bit too mean. So let's go within a game.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Well, do you? I mean,
Icks. I guess like there's certain genres I don't like. So is that an ick?
well, okay. So my girlfriend was explaining to me what exactly an ick is. It's not like a red flag, but it's just something that's like, like shit. What was a good example? Hang on, let me ask her. Producer. Mine is when a game has too many autosaves, like in quick successions.
Okay. Wow. So you're very wrong for this.
I'm not. It's annoying.
God.
I don't want to be that.
No.
baby.
Oh my
Because when you
goodness.
get to a certain part and you did not save and you do not have that autosave and you've lost 3 hours of work.
No. You're
you
right.
will regret that.
I'm talking about like when there's a new autosave like every like under 100 seconds.
You know
Okay,
you
but
can
does
set
that
it
hurt
easily
you?
in games. It literally, you barely notice it.
Producer?
It's the smallest icon alerting you to that.
Hang on.
It doesn't,
the
like,
producer's
chug
here,
through
the
your
producer's
game.
here.
Good.
Define
Put
Producer.
your headphones back so I can yell at you.
Define an ick. Okay, an ick is a small thing that will make you lose feeling and or see the person in a completely different way. In my humble opinion,
Which is how
I
this
think
decision
that
about autosaves.
I think there can only be icks about men. Because anytime I've ever heard a man have an ick about a woman,
It's just
it
misogynistic.
just sounds like
Yeah.
misogyny
Yeah,
and that they hate women.
Okay, so that's a separate
Like,
part of the
okay,
conversation.
My ick is seeing a man chase after a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
True.
Like, it's just a small little weird thing that you're like, oh, that's ick.
Too many autosaves.
Ick.
Too many autosaves.
No, you're wrong for that one.
Yeah, no, I love autosaves.
I'm wrong
I
about the
have
ick
like
or the
50
autosave?
billion
They're-
autosaves.
They're yelling
and
at me.
save
Of
files when I
course.
play games.
They think you're
I swear
perfect.
That was my entire being.
If
To
this
have
was like the
multiple
writer's strike,
autosaves
they would
is
be
a
the scalpers
blessing.
and you would be the producer, basically, since you're the producer.
What? It is so rude.
Did you just call us scabs? Did you just call us scabs to unions?
Scavenger.
Wow.
If she's the
He's so
producer,
rude for that.
Listen,
If
let's
you
get
guys
back to your
ever go
autosave
panel, can
issue.
I just have a couple of like weird sidebars?
yeah, we'll call it producer editing. Welcome to a new,
Producer coming.
welcome to a new segment of Games Later called Producer Interference.
Oh my gosh, did you put like football ads on there? Interference!
Yeah.
Only I know when it's gonna happen.
All of a sudden, this section of the podcast will be monetized to death through loot boxes and season passes.
Loot boxes, but everything that loot is just something from your bedroom.
Oh my god. Yes, I love that.
You want my socks?
Ew. No, something like good.
God, yeah.
A sand slash.
If you were to have a themed loot box, what would you put in it?
Okay, I would put some of my favorite memorabilia from different games in there.
Mm.
So you would get like a little Triforce pendant or something, because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed Zelda fan. I'm getting my games mixed up. But I was thinking of maybe like have like an insignia in there, or like a pin for like Assassin's Creed or Templars in there. Just like little bits and pieces from like my favorite games.
I think I'd have my camera equipment.
I had my favorite weapon from every game.
I thought you were just gonna say favorite weapon and leave it there, and like like you were just gonna pull out just like a bunch of
Just
rifles.
pull out an AK. It'd be, you know what? Honestly, if it was from, it'd be a variation of an assault rifle, because that is the go-to gun in every game I play. I love assault rifles and rocket launchers.
Yes, good. I think in Halo,
What you asked?
that was called the rocket jump combo.
I love it.
Mm.
I don't like to waste time. When you have a revolver, it's like, and then you gotta, where it's like,
Yeah,
the barrel's too small. I want to fire like 100 rounds a minute.
I hear this every time we play Red Dead.
I hate the rifle. It's so goddamn long.
I love how that's such a. Oh, maybe that is that an ick? Is that a gaming ick?
Yeah, I have an ick for a gun that takes so long to
Slow
reload.
firing guns.
Low firing guns.
And yet, Red Dead is our game of choice.
Okay, well, I choose Red Dead because I do headshots on animals. That sounded terrible.
Yeah. In game.
No, I feel like the gun I got, the bullet rifle, is actually pretty fast. I actually get a decent number of rounds out of that.
Yeah. The only downside of that one is it's like 5 rounds, and then.
Yeah, but I will never use. You will never see me use the shotgun or your sniper rifle. You will never see me use that.
I don't know if this was a weird quirk of Red Dead 1 and 2, or 2 or both, but like I remember there's this weird thing. It's like if you like emptied all your rounds, your character would only reload like 2 bullets, and then you would start firing again. Does that happen to anyone else, or am I just playing the game wrong?
I don't recall that, but who knows? You could be doing both.
It's good to know. It's only a 8-year-old game at this point. 6-year-old game. Jesus.
Okay, do you guys want to hear something very funny?
Sure.
Sure.
Make me laugh.
So, I don't know if you noticed, I got a little quiet there for a moment. I had my Discord blowing up a little bit. Like, a lot of messages, like, what is going on?
So, this is happening now.
Like this moment.
For the past 11 minutes, I've been accidentally live on Twitch.
You've been live on Twitch? Yo, I looked up and I thought I saw you live on Twitch, and I'm like, that made no sense to me. I literally, because I have Twitch up right now, and I'm like, what?
Girl, I already know it's so well attended. There was 8 viewers and there was climbing, and I was like, no!
How did you turn on your Twitch?
How did you do that?
So
is it in
as a
OBS?
Twitch streamer, I have multiple different ways to go live. There's Twitch Studio, there's Streamlabs, and finally there's OBS. What is right next to stop virtual camera, start virtual camera? It is start streaming.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this because both Twitch Studio and Streamlabs say, hey, don't go live. Like, are you sure? OBS doesn't do that. OBS doesn't do that. We just had 8 people. Just me. Just the 1/3.
Oh, thank God, they just hear you. They can't hear us, right?
Can't hear you. None of your secrets are exposed. I unpublished the VOD of 13 minutes.
Oh, man.
You're so...
That's
the ick. That's the ick. That's the motherfucking ick.
That's such a big ick. It's like when you don't know your own tech issues and you just like can't actually do anything. Oh my god, ick.
Okay,
I will say you did have like this like really just like oh no look on your face.
Like her face, I was like, why do you look like that? But I didn't want to draw attention to it. And I'm like, okay, that's why you look like that.
This
that
is
the tea.
Truly my worst thing ever. I can't wait. I have to like go stream tomorrow and I'm gonna like log in and be like, hey everyone.
Sorry about
What's up, guys?
So
this is Mass Effect.
You were live?
Yes.
Do you know
with
when?
8 people in the audience for the past like few minutes. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm trying to sit here. I was like thinking of like video game icks. It's like, this is so weird. And then for some reason I was getting like a lot of Discord notifications. I was like, this is like really weird.
Wait,
I'm not this
in what
popular.
chat? I'm in your chat right now. Where?
Oh no, I closed it down. Thank you. It took me a minute, but I figured out how to stop because I was like, where am I going live from? It was OBS.
Oh my god.
You know what's not going to be in my personal loot box when I send it to you? There's no brain. There's no thoughts. There's no nothing.
That's
literally any type of check.
That's incredible that just happened.
So mine is going to be incredibly low tech. You'll see absolutely nothing in there.
You'll see a cassette player and like a CD player.
Just outdated.
Maybe a
doll
floppy disk
with an empty head. Like there used to be something in there, but it's gone. Oh god. Wow! I'm like paranoid now. I'm paranoid. There's something else going on. Here's the other thing too. Like I'm actually not very good at some games. So it's very difficult for me to figure out how to play them. And now I can't even figure out how to record something. I thought it was just boop, record. No. I've been traumatized.
As this girl said she's been traumatized.
That was incredible. Wait, am I not subscribed?
I can't do this anymore. Oh my god, please like and subscribe. Ding. Yeah, give me your Prime sub.
You're calling me a Prime sub. Jesus Christ. I completely lost my train of thought.
I know.
No.
I'm just laughing the fact that Emma's from 19 whatever at this point.
I'm just
I can't believe I am the ick.
Emma the ick.
It's
no.
catchy. Emma the
Don't let that-
AK.
No.
You know what? It's okay, Emma. New achievement unlocked.
What? 0 gamer score achievement.
I got no riz. I got no bitches.
Oh gosh.
Only
Margaret.
ick.
I have no money.
No prospects, and I'm already
We should
a
start
bitch.
a Twitch,
on my parents.
We should start a Twitch bingo card for Emma. Like,
Oh,
starts
that's a
Twitch
great
accidentally.
idea.
15 minutes
Great
late to
idea.
our own stream. Doesn't
my
get
God.
the game to work.
Gets
Audio
Stream shuts
issues.
down anyway. Audio issues.
Gets
Just
killed
like,
in a card game.
Hey,
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Go to the clip.
Don't you dare. Please, I'm here to play cards. I'm here to play cards. No! God. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It's so infuriating to me, especially because now I can't even play card games anymore because I've moved on. I've finished Witcher. Now I'm on Mass Effect.
You
There's
have
no
not
card
finished
games
Witcher.
there. Shh, shh, shh.
You
I'm
have
here
not-
at the bank.
Don't worry, there's another CD Projekt Red game waiting for you whenever you're finally ready to make that
She's
jump.
never
gosh,
gonna get
I
to
know.
Cyberpunk.
I don't think she's
I'm
gonna
gonna
like
get the
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Actually, I get the feeling she's not.
That's
gonna
your
like it. I
bet
don't
for
know
this year?
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
why. I don't know why.
You know what?
But you know why I think she would like it?
Yeah.
She's gonna die at all the combat. She's gonna hate the combat. But there's so many side quests and like sneaking and side activities, like fucking
Oh.
bitches and like driving taxis
Yeah.
and shit. I think she'll get really into the hacking. I think she'll be an alt
Oh.
combat type of person.
Yeah, I think
After watching her play Mass Effect, I realized what kind of gamer she is.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'd say there's
Yeah,
a
a
lot more
sniper.
diversity in mission type. I'd say than
Yeah, that I
compared to
think
Witcher.
she'll like. And she will. There's a lot of mini games in the game she can play, like the trauma unit games and stuff. I think she'll go like.
Trauma unit games.
Yeah, where you get to play trauma team. You get to win the trauma outfit. You never played this?
No.
Oh, you need to explore the game a
It's
little
the
bit more.
arcade game that is in all the bars.
I've only
It's like
I've only played the Roach one.
there is a roach.
There's a
game in
roach
there that
game,
you'll love
yeah.
it.
Ew, I don't like roach games.
I know. You don't like Roach.
That's yucky.
Like,
No, I
hates
hate
this
roach.
roach.
I know you hate Roach. We've
Oh my
talked
gosh.
about that on. That was like the first thing we talked about on this goddamn podcast.
Listen, I'll talk about it
Unfounded
any
hatred.
single day for free.
For the love
I'm
of God,
so anti
no.
roach.
No, it's an unfounded hatred. That horse is light. Oh,
When I
wow.
get you to play Assassin's
Yes,
Creed,
I
you
love
will
it.
agree with me that Assassin's Creed horse is better than roach horse.
I don't agree to disagree on that.
Okay,
I was
my
looking
gaming
at my
ick though,
face, and I'm
you
like,
just
my face looks better than normal, and I'm like, oh, it's because I got my brows done. That's why I don't
Oh.
look like an Oompa Loompa.
bitch flee.
Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm here au natural because I came from the gym, as you can see from my wardrobe.
Hey,
But my brows,
hey.
I ain't looking too bad.
Wait, did you clip
down
your
there.
brows to go to the gym?
Delete. Clip your brows? Pardon me.
Not clip. Well, you know what I mean.
Earlier, I pleased my
Squeezed
brows.
your brows.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. Clip your brow. Ew. Ick. No.
Yes.
Ick.
Okay, so having you like speak about Cyberpunk actually does remind me my number one video game ick is escort missions. And I think this is like a really fair thing. I think it's like less of an ick
Yeah.
and more of like a rational statement. Like, I can't stand escort missions where the person you're escorting is like too far behind you and I have to wait. I don't like it when they're in your way or when they have a tiny health bar and no ability to fight.
These will be good because if you run, they run.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's only a handful.
Prob-
There's only a handful of missions where they are forced walking, and it's
Yeah,
never
that's a
for-
short distance.
Yeah.
It's to a car.
Oh my gosh, also ick people and games that really promote public transit.
What?
Wow,
Wait.
that was a direct shot.
What do you mean
That
by
is such okay. No, first off, that is such a specific ick because there's literally one game that has that, and you're making fun of the fact that I like the transit. You can't hurt me with that. That is a brilliant feature, and I don't want to hear that. from you.
Brilliant.
No, you. I
It's a
mean,
brilliant
you
feature.
could. You could. Was it GTA 4 and GTA 5? You could just ride the cabs.
Oh, like right in the back.
Yeah, and just watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I remember.
It's a novelty.
You could do that in Red Dead. Oh my god, we should
Yeah.
do that for a session. We just get
Thank
all
you.
the
take a
Why are you
stagecoach.
excited? You're proving my ick right now. Why are you excited to go take public transit? Oh, let's ride the train. For
Okay.
what? For
Ladies and
what?
gentlemen, she says this because she takes public transit in real life and she doesn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
This
no.
is why she says this.
The cyber
Toronto, where we live, public transit is pretty terrible, so that's why she hates it.
No, the Cyberpunk subway is a little bit triggering for me, just because living in New York now, I'm like,
Yeah.
40% of my life is a fucking MTA train, so I'm just like, all right, like I don't need this.
To be fair, the transit in New York is terrifying. You have Pizza Rat.
You do a pizza rat.
That's some next level transit. You don't just like. It's not just transit. It's like some next level shit.
It builds character.
That's what we're calling it. Okay.
Is that an ick? Pizza rat?
I
Yeah,
think rats in
rats.
general are the ick. I can honestly say that rats are not something I expect to see on my daily commute.
Nope. And if I ever do see one, it's an anomaly, not an expectation.
Yeah, like literally, in the years or decades I've been in this country, I've never seen a rat in public transit, like ever. Because ours are clean.
So there's actually in the official NYC transit app, there is a you can see it, NYC
Is that a
subway
rat?
detector.
Dude, a rat detector.
That's
That's how bad your
And
rats
so
are.
it shows you which stations are the most rat infested.
You need therapy.
Let's see, ratistical analysis.
No.
See that?
Immediately no.
No.
Rats reported on 42% of subway trips.
We don't
42?
do that.
Yeah.
That sounds...
Are you
Oh, here,
kidding?
look,
That's
look.
insane.
MTA's busiest rat platforms.
That's disgusting.
Number 3 is 157th Street. So these are all on the other side of town from me. 145th Street, 3rd Ave, 149th Street.
This is disturbing.
More rodent sanctuaries. Times Square, Union Square, Washington Square.
Rodent sanctuary. This is my
This
nightmare.
dude said rodent sanctuary.
Dude, that's what it says. I'm just quoting.
You live in a special part of hell, don't you?
New York, yeah.
Like, that's a special type of hell. Like, forget the concrete jungles. You live in the jungle. Like, straight up, it's the jungle.
So much wildlife.
Wildlife
So
should never
thank
be
you.
that wild.
That's why it's icky if you like games with transit and are excited to use said transit.
I was excited and I enjoyed it. You can't take that away from me.
I was gonna say I haven't seen any rats in Night City.
No. Well, I've seen a lot of cockroaches, but no rats.
Isn't there a thing that cats and dogs are extinct?
Yeah,
in
and that's why
Cyberpunk?
the
Yeah.
cat
Yeah.
Easter eggs when you find them in Night City is like
It's a big
thing.
deal, yeah. Because
Yeah, because there's like hidden cats throughout it. If you find they each have like a loot of treasure with them, because they're supposed to be extinct. So they're like, how are these cats here?
yeah.
Like even in Night City, if you're rich enough to have a pet, you've had it imported and you pay like I think like $10,000 or something to have a pet license.
Wow.
It's like
That's
crazy expensive.
big
Because
money.
having a pet, it's like such an endangered and like rare thing
Yeah.
to keep it alive in Night City. It's kind of crazy.
So how do you feel being the anomaly when you play Stray?
It's a parallel cyberpunk.
Okay, actually,
world.
you know how okay, here's the thing about Stray. I don't think it's actually similar to Cyberpunk at all.
Oh, but it's in the same world.
No, it's not.
Well, no, yeah, it's cyberpunk-y.
It's post-apocalyptic and they're robots.
I thought
It's a
Stray was
very-
like connected to Cyberpunk.
That's what I thought. So when I saw
Really?
some
No.
gameplay, I
Yeah.
thought it
Yeah.
was. It's not.
No,
it's
it's-
not at all.
It's cyberpunk genre. It's not. I mean,
Yes.
this is the problem of when you name a franchise after a fucking genre. So
No, but like I realized that while I was playing it, it's post-apocalyptic, like it, and it has robots, but
no humans.
it's like
there,
in the-
right?
there's no humans, and it's like it has tech, but it could not be further from the Cyberpunk experience. Like night and day. It's nowhere. Like it's a good game on itself, but I went in thinking it had Cyberpunk overlaps. But the Night City I play in versus what I see in Stray, those are the different worlds.
Yeah.
Those are
It's
not
not.
worlds.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
So
It's not a
it's-
tie-in or anything. No.
No, not at all. So I was surprised about that going into this.
Huh. Wow, this is like brand new to me here in the year of our Lord 2024.
It's like our Lord in the year 2000.
I
Lord.
did not stutter either.
Our Lord and year.
Our Lord in the year. Don't.
I mean, this is also only just a start. We're like halfway through Q1 of the new year. And we, wow, we're really progressing through. It seems like we've kind of like blasted through so quickly already the first month or so.
Time is a flat circle.
And you know what? I feel like there's been also a huge drop in releases ever since the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's very difficult to have a game go out now. What used
What
to
makes
be
it-
a small indie team of like a handful of people and a couple 100,000, if that, about a game are now $1 million projects that you are banking the entire house on and hundreds of jobs on. And if it goes under, not even if it goes under, you don't even get to release sometimes. If it tests poorly, if the press give you a bad review, we're not trying to talk about any particular press companies. If the playtest goes badly, if any exec who unfortunately might not even be your target audience doesn't gel with the game, it could go down at any point, and at which point they'll usually wipe a whole studio.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yep. I mean, you know, just based on, you know, unfortunately, I would like to think it gets better, quote unquote, this year, as long as far as like, you know, people being
Like,
able to safely work.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like, there's an MMO that was really anticipated, and it closed like one day after it went live.
Oh no, the day before doesn't count. That
Wait a
doesn't
second.
count.
Hold on.
That
Angel,
doesn't
do you not
count.
know the story behind this game?
Yeah.
No.
We're
I
about to
just
enter
heard
the
about it.
gossip
Okay.
podcast right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Are we doing a deep?
I
This
just
was
heard that it went down. I
tea.
didn't see the
Oh
background.
my gosh.
No,
This is the segment where we catch you up on some old gaming news.
Yeah.
Here's the tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to preface this by saying, Angel, it's actually not like a sobs. It's not like, oh no, I feel so bad for them.
You will not be on the developer side.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm certain.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get my teacup.
Emma,
Tea all around.
I mean, you could probably articulate it better than I can.
No, you gotta give me the running head start. Because
I
wasn't following
alright.
this. Like I found out about it like just before launch.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so you know, the day before, they like released a teaser back in like what 2018, 2019, maybe 2020. You know, it becomes one of those games that's like so hotly anticipated. Everyone's prepped for early access and everything. You know, a few months down the line, like, you know, they release or they announce a couple more delays. People are annoyed about that. The first hiccup I can really remember where something came up was when the game was called The Day Before, The Day After, or something like that.
The day before.
The day before. It was like literally like 2-3 months or something like that before they were supposed to launch finally, that they said, oh, hang on, we can't release the game because we're currently in a trademark lawsuit with a calendar app that's called like The Day Before also. And at this juncture, the game had been slated to like, you know, as a thing and named that for like 2-3 years at this point.
How has it not hit the junction? How has it not been
at this point? Yeah.
No, but that's why a lot of people speculate there was actually no lawsuit. That yeah.
They buying time.
Yeah, and then they just started like closing down like Discord servers and everything. They stopped like responding to people, you know, asking about refunds or asking about details of the game because like they had like decent communication with fans and everything. Then they finally released gameplay. It was considered wholly unimpressive, and you know the usual like that didn't look like what was announced and everything. But you know, a bunch of their pre-orders got canceled. There's one other scandal I think that happened in between the interim that I can't remember, but I do remember like another deal I remember is like they started like blaming fans and everything for like their troubles and everything, and just like basically like they just weren't and by they I mean particularly like, you know, C-suite executives at the company, so like their lead developers and whatnot, people at the company.
How do you blame fans? What could the fans have possibly
Was
done?
it? I don't think they blamed fan. I remember they blamed Unity for a little bit because they said part of the reason why their entire game had to be delayed is because they were switching from Unity 4 to Unity 5. And they said like it was all because of like that transition.
So not even the thing that Unity did to actually infuriate developers. It was just like, well,
No.
yeah.
It wasn't even
like
the
they were a
actual-
little before of the infuriation drop. If they had waited, they could have cited that. Which is also crazy because at one point, by May 2022, that game was the most wishlisted game on Steam.
Yep.
And it what? Oh my.
Here, hang on a second.
Oh, hey, yeah, cliffhanger me.
Here's the January 2021, day before it's revealed. Throughout 2021. Yeah, so 2021 is like a good year for them. May 2022, day before it gets delayed as it jumps to Unreal 5, which, fair enough, honestly. This is the first thing. They asked for volunteers to help with development.
Oh, yeah.
For profit?
Volunteers. So
Volunteers.
unpaid volunteers to help build the game.
Why? It was for sale.
In one of the brightest early red flags, Fantastic puts itself in the hot seat by asking people to work on the game for free. Some volunteers were allegedly full-time and paid a salary. Those people are normally called employees, by the way, while others worked part-time and received other benefits, like free codes and participation certificates.
They're play testers, alright.
And then January 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm on delay. Oh yeah, that's the trademark thing. That's when everything struggles with a fraudulent advertising scam.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure people donated like money to them, but they said that they didn't
Like,
crowdfund. I think they had
what
a
do you mean?
Kickstarter, did they not? Or
No,
am I making it up?
I don't
Wait,
think
did they say they didn't have a Kickstarter and they had one, or they did have a
No.
Kickstarter and they had one?
No.
Oh Lord, I did not know the scandal.
No, yeah. So it's this is
Oh,
this
well,
is a story
the
of
scandal continues.
yeah. June.
Oh, it's not. You're not even done. You're literally
Yeah.
warming up.
Oh my God, there were 2 trademark lawsuits.
Yeah,
Wait, by the
one
same
early
company?
on.
No, it's a different one.
How do you have 2 different companies suing you over your name again?
Well, no, that's why people don't think they were real suits. They were just
They did. It's a
excuses
pretty
they made.
big claim to say you got sued by a. Like you're
Yeah,
getting
they
sued.
listed the calendar app.
And it was removed
Yeah,
from
I feel
Steam.
like you have to.
It was removed from Steam from February to, it looks like, until launch. Here,
Well, until launch and then a couple days after
Exactly, yeah.
launch.
So it's off Steam the day before November 2023, the day before wins back its name and will hit early access soon.
So early access came, a bunch of people bought the game, and a couple days before the launch,
Did they
They-
refund people?
they said that they're going to shut down the game company.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. They said we're shutting down because they can't afford to continue operating. After like widespread criticism of the game's launch, they not only shut down the company but also pulled it from the store.
Yeah, and it was off the
And-
store for a long time, like most of 2023.
No, it only released in November.
Yeah.
So it was the rest of 2023. So it was online in total for 4 days.
So what happened to everyone who bought the game?
Well, so
I-
funnily enough, some people who bought keys that never activated them, they're reselling it for a profit just because it's such a novelty at this point. You can't get the game.
Why would you buy a dead key? Just it's
Well,
a code.
I know,
It's a
but
dead
like
code.
it's just for the novelty of it, just to be like, even though this game is trash, it's like you can't get it anywhere. It's like if PT was bad, you know what I mean? Like those PS4s that
Yeah.
have PT on it. But yeah, like this is, you know,
This is
and
actually wild.
marred by a year where so many other developers, you know, were
having these kind of
well
issues.
where a lot
Now-
of companies were having like they just needed to they just slashed their workforce. It's like having a company like this where it's clear it's like they were pulling some shit. Like they were definitely pulling some shit.
Very clearly. And like the fact that they could never publicly like say things and like have the open communication with fans like really kind of like mar everyone's experience with them. So much so that Steam has a policy. It's a no questions asked policy if you do wish to refund that game.
Did they make that because
Did they get the they had to do the refund?
Steam guarantees a refund.
Yeah, but you know what that means, though. If Steam guarantees a refund, the company has to refund.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? That company has now closed, although there is talk that they did, with the same people, create a new company under a new name.
That wouldn't surprise
Escape
me.
the Dead.
That wouldn't.
Okay,
that wouldn't
I would bet money.
Oh,
Like, Steam, Microsoft, all of these companies, they get their money. You can run, but they get their money. We've seen.
oh yeah.
There's without naming any companies, there's definitely been companies that have had bad releases, and they've had to honor those refunds.
Yeah.
Even if you run, because even if you change your company's name, Steam knows who you are. Every platform knows you are. You will be blacklisted. There are very few companies. I can't speak English today, where you can actually post your game live. You screw one of them over, you will never, ever get back on that platform. You are blacklisted, especially if Steam's probably going to take what sounds like a couple million hit, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty big... I mean, it was the most wishlisted game on Steam for a long time, and then it was pulled off the store.
Yeah, after 4 days, it lost 90% of its player base.
Was the game bad?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't,
IGN gives it a 1 out of 10. And
it was the first
like
one
horrific.
I've ever seen from IGN.
Ever.
Yeah. No, like it looks like a what do you call pre-alpha? What do you call like a pre-alpha build? Like
prototype.
Yeah.
A prototype.
Like a thought, basically.
No, like I was looking at gameplay.
Code.
I was like, okay, this looks like it's like I feel confident saying like the controversy around Cyberpunk's release.
Yeah.
Like this definitely was worse than that.
Really?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Cyberpunk. It was worse than
I'd say so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was literally probably the worst.
I think this had like more outrage because it was like exclusively like so much worse than Cyberpunk even was. Like it was a rough launch for Cyberpunk, but like there was still more than this.
Yeah. And underneath
so
it all,
I don't think this is gonna have a CD Projekt Red rebound.
Redemption.
Well, no, it can't.
It
can't.
Well, no, they're a new company now, so they're gonna try and make a new. Like, I'm trying to think of like, cause like, sorry, I'm like, y'all have literally just told me that like, Santa is like the Easter Bunny, and apparently he owns Halloween Town. Like, I'm sorry, I'm reeling from the soap opera of this telenovela. Like, they made a new company.
Did they actually? I'm
trying
to find that.
Okay,
yes,
no, I need to know.
Sure.
Like, we need to confirm this. I'm sorry. They made a new company, and they're gonna try and put out a new game.
Yes. Okay. Day before Studio Fantastic has changed the name to 8 Points from previously released game The Wild 8, hours before they announced their closure.
I can't do that.
Huh. Don't look up. Yeah.
I just think it was a very overambitious game that, you know, they couldn't actually create what they needed to in time with their team.
I don't even think it's that. Like Cyberpunk was overambitious. Like that to me is like
okay, but like you gotta remember how long these companies have. It doesn't have to be overambitious unless like you don't scope your game properly.
Well,
there is an original Kickstarter.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Hold on, this is gonna add like such another layer.
I didn't know.
It is tea time with Game Later.
Oh look, hey, they still have an official website. God, this game launched on December 7th of 2023.
And then finished December 11th.
Oh, I've had games go under in a time period, but damn, that turnaround.
They only had one other game on Steam called Radiant One.
Oh, no, you know what? Okay, retract my statement, delete that, scratch it from the record. they use a Kickstarter for their first game, The Wild 8. And they
How
got
did the
back
first
up
game
back.
do?
It's
I think it
positively
went
rated,
it was released in a buggy state. Apparently it's been dev abandoned by people who said it, and they raised $60,000 for that game. Dev abandoned.
Oh, okay.
It seems like it scored well. And what's weird, it's like it's definitely one of those like artsy indie games, top down. So like holy
Love it.
I mean, like, quite frankly, too, like it just even those announcement trailers that they had, it's just like I've played this game before. It's called The fucking Division. It's called State of Decay. Like it, even from the get go, I was like, that's not.
No, I think the most like media attention this got was unfortunately for its shortcomings, which I feel like if it was more mediocre than like terrible, as lauded by all of the fans who had the opportunity to play it, then I think this would have been rather under the radar. But the legal battles, the trying to delay things, because games get delayed, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's a reality. I think that's a reality that most people do accept, though. It's when the delays start getting ridiculous and when there's, like, clear suspicious shit happening at the table. Like, there's clearly, like... There's some
oh my
shit.
gosh. And this actually feeds into really well with something that I want to do, is I want to know what you guys think was absolutely going to be releasing this year, and what games do you think that we're not going to be seeing in 2024?
Well, what games? I actually don't know what games are coming out. Need to kind of update myself.
You know, I know what game is going to come out on time, no problem, this year.
Let's hear it.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, number 5, 7, 19.
Yes.
Number 5.
Yeah. Whatever Call of Duty 4 we're on right now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about Call of Duty Warfare. They have been very excited for this, especially because was the last one a good one?
No.
If I recall correctly?
No.
No, the one before that was a good remaster.
I don't know.
The Black Ops remaster, I remember.
That one I think was well received. I mean, that's the problem with Call of Duty. They're all well received. They all, and like to your point, like they all come out on time because they're such.
Well, to be fair, they have it down to a science at this point.
Yeah.
Like once a game company figures out their recipe about how they want to release games, they've got it. Like it's just rinse and repeat, and just figuring out where to kind of edge the bar here and there to get it to make it a bit of a newer experience for users. Like GTA, Call of Duty, even
Assassin's Creed.
Witcher, what?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. They figured out the science, and now it's just how do we explore? We have the root. How do we explore, and how do we build on that? But it takes game companies decades to find that, and sometimes they just don't know how to innovate off of that long.
No.
Like you look at games like for example, Crash Bandicoot. Amazing game, absolutely amazing game.
Wasn't expecting that reference.
No, but I'm saying, but you don't see it. It could have kept going.
That's
it
true.
had like how many under its bucket, but they just had eventually they hit a wall. Whereas you'll have games like freaking Final Fantasy, which is on like what 2048.
Yeah. I mean, I think all those like major franchise games that come out annually, like those aren't getting delayed. Like those of that date. Those dates have been locked in for at least a year and a half.
Well, they know how to scope it. They know how long things built. They've done everything before, so they know exactly how long it will take, how much money
and
it will
also,
take.
most of them aren't actually doing anything any different.
No comment.
No comment, but very interesting take.
Comment, but hot take, but no comment.
Because here's the other thing too: if they weren't doing things like, or if they were doing things too differently for a certain series that I expect a certain thing of, I would almost get mad if it was too different at the same time.
No, that's very valid. Yeah.
Like, I'm playing a game with, like, a specific title. I'm playing the next Assassin's Creed, and I expect there to be Assassin's Creed elements. If you give me a completely different name under that moniker, I will be mad.
Well, that's why,
even if it was a well-crafted
game.
That's why Syndicate to Origins was kind of rough.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Opened up Emma's whole friggin' world.
Close my hole. You are not opening up my hole right now. Okay? Get back out of here.
Emma has her holes closed.
Emma's holes are not closed. They're open and ready for business.
Are you applying?
So, in the world of Assassin's Creed, we had a lot of drama happen. The first big shift was when we started Assassin's Creed 3, And the first thing that was changed as well, we had new weapons. Obviously, every single game we're going to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little pizzazz, a little bit of wham. They gave us completely new button requirements. I have to click different buttons now. I've just played the first 4 games. You can make me change buttons around. Fine.
That is hard.
Whatever. That's annoying. Oh, and then you're also going to give me like tough characters. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ezio's
You keep
trilogy
the same-
came out annually. It was one after the other.
Oh, this is just after Ezio's trilogy.
I know, yeah.
So we finished Ezio's Perfect Trilogy 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. But that continued on. That trend of 1 game a year would continue on until Unity. And the Unity year, which we all know was not a great launch as well, had 2 games come out because they also had Assassin's Creed Rogue leaves that same year. But because of that launch, that's when things changed. However, the button system stayed exactly the same until Assassin's Creed Origins, and then we not only got a button system change again after 6 games, we got the entire genre shift. Now it's more of a generic RPG, and I'll be honest, did I get Assassin's Creed Mirage for Christmas? Yes, I did. Have I played it still at this point? No, I'm behind, and I've heard that after Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, finally Mirage is supposed to be turning back to what we really see. In a few episodes, once I finally play it, I will let you guys know if we actually do see kind of a return to the original Assassin's Creed, because each of those games got the same kind of review.
Yeah.
Saying, great RPG, not an Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are the elements of an Assassin's Creed? Like, if you think of the top 3 distinguishing characteristics of an Assassin's Creed, because I've heard this before, but again, don't crucify me. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed. Going to play Black Flag soon, so.
Yeah, that's
circle back
probably
on
the
that.
best one.
It's
if
going to
you've
be so
never
good.
played.
I'm excited. It's next on our gaming book club.
Yes, it is.
Yes, though somebody has like 4 other games she's playing at the same time, but it's okay.
Emma, I
We're
think
not on about.
you've probably played more Assassin's Creed than I have. So what would you say?
She's played almost
Easily.
everyone. I feel like.
Easily.
Say easily. Oh my.
Oh yeah, look, listen, right next to me in this exact moment, I have the Switch version of Rogue,
my
Assassin's Creed, and Freedom Cry, just in case I want to play them again on another genre.
Also, like the
Another genre?
narrative
Tablet.
gymnastics that they committed to make Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Rogue, and Unity all connected,
all linked, yeah.
was absolutely
Insane.
nonsensical. I was like,
Absolute nonsense. Yeah, so I would say the biggest like elements, like the top 3 elements of an Assassin's Creed game would be stealth, or the ability to do things completely stealthily, which I feel like we lost in some of the later games with the addition of skills, with the addition of just like overall brutality that we see in Valhalla. When I was playing Valhalla, why do I need to sneak? I'm just gonna throw an axe at someone and I'm just gonna maul everyone. There's no reason for me to sneak around.
Oh.
what?
Oh.
There we go. You're back.
Oh, what?
Hello.
There we go.
Should I say that
Yeah.
again?
Yes. Because we missed.
In Valhalla,
of
what
that,
happened?
sorry.
Yeah.
Oops. In previous games such as Valhalla, I could just run in, throw an axe. I could do all this giant brutality things, and I never needed to actually go be stealthy. And there's no good option for me to be stealthy when I could just blow through everything. I would raid someone's monastery with an entire row of Vikings. You know, there was like 12 of us. Like, there's no reason for me to sneak. My coworkers aren't going to sneak with me. It's just not the same.
Yeah. I think too, it's like you say stealth. I think it's a very specific kind of stealth. You know, it's not Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It's not like Splinter Cell. It was like, and you see this in the DNA of the original series. It's like blending in a crowd. You know, you're in public, epically designed open spaces like markets. You know, grand bazaars.
Oh,
and
a
streets
party
and
in a
everything.
backyard.
Yeah, you know, more akin to Hitman, maybe.
I guess,
You
yeah,
know?
more akin to Hitman, because you had
Yeah.
so many different ways to kill your target, and you could also do it in public without being noticed.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're in the right spot, you can reach around and like get someone. You like stab them in the throat, and then you pull them back, and you have them leaning up against like a wall or something.
I mean,
And
we
then
can
you
all
leave.
agree like the Ezio trilogy is the best the game that series had to offer. But honestly,
Oh, that was a bastard.
Yes.
honestly, I really liked Syndicate. I thought Syndicate was a really, really good synthesizing of you know, like very real historical advancements in technology, while also still maintaining, I think, a lot of the core elements from the Assassin's Creed series, and they actually brought back some of the stealth, you know, and blending functions. Actually, no, I think Unity had those too, but they just were a little bit weird you know, I don't remember much of my time playing Unity. Because Origins, I mean, I get that that trilogy is really good. Like they're really well reviewed, but it's like it's Witcher. It's The Witcher 3.
It's an open world RPG that's like, okay, this is like a fun game. I'm not complaining about it.
They're not bad, but like to
But-
me, it's like I'll just play something else. You know, they really started integrating a lot of mechanics that they or Ubisoft started developing in like Far Cry, you know, with like the outpost and you raid these camps and there's basically it was like that, just like in Assassin's Creed clothing.
Yeah.
And it's again, it's not bad, but it's just like I just downloaded Far Cry 6 for shits and giggles, and I'm just like, I guess I'll just play this, you know.
So there's nothing really wrong there at the end of the day. It just wasn't what I was expecting to see. But at the same time, to go back to the original point of our little tangent, like I would prefer that other studios did what Unity did, or Ubisoft did, and after Unity didn't perform so well, they stopped pushing it out year after year, even though they had like a similar formula and they knew what the fans wanted. I would rather that things are put out on a schedule that made them less buggy, so long as we have enough prior notice to when things are supposed to be coming out.
I also don't think it's a question of bugs too. You know, it's just maybe the creative direction.
That's true.
You know?
If it's finished, if like it's been fully fleshed out, the QAs have given valuable feedback, you've gone back and changed it.
Yeah.
One of the games that I'm very highly anticipating, but I do not vote that this is going to be out in 2024, is Haunted Chocolatier, made by the creator of Stardew Valley, who, Concerned Ape, he has not placed anything new on that development blog since 2021. The most we've ever had was a tweet from October 3rd, 2023, some screenshots of the game. But he said, he goes like, it's going to be out when it's out. There's no expectations. We're just been working on it. And everyone said, okay, yeah, that's great. Like, thank you. Like, we really loved your first game. Still getting enjoyment. We'll see it when we see it. So he fed us with a little sprinkle. He said, here's some screenshots. And we said, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean...
But it's going to be great when it comes out because we're all waiting for it. And we're all being very patient.
I'm literally looking through a list right now of game releases in 2024, and obviously this is really just a fraction of what's coming out, but...
Oh yeah, well, especially because if you guys want to get into like genres too, like the indie game community alone, I've got like 3 or 4 farming games that I'm looking forward to seeing. Like there's so many games that are gonna like come out this year. Well, so many games that are gonna come out this year I think are gonna be big in the indie genre, actually more than the AAA scene. I think the AAA scene will probably get maybe like 2 or 3 like bangers, but nothing like we saw in 2023. The release of not only Baldur's Gate 3, Game of the Year, every year. We had Starfield, which is huge, see something from Bethesda. We've had like really, really good Alan Wake 2, like really big releases in 2023. Like I feel like we hit kind of like a renaissance year, and I think this year will either be one of 2 things. One is the year of the indie, and 2 is the year of the backlog, where I feel like gamers will be spending more time on their own backlog of games, finishing that. Aside from maybe a couple of anomalies, so GTA 6, I predict, will be like a
that's
big
already
one, obviously just from...
Yeah.
Is that 2025 that got delayed?
No, they announced it was going to be released in 2025.
What?
Yeah, but I still think that's going to get pushed. Or they just said 2025. So it could be...
yeah, 2025. I thought it was going to be 2024.
No, it could be like a November 2025. You know what I mean? It's like right now they could have the goal of like we'll release Q2 of 2025, but I think it's going to end up being much later in the year.
So then, that being said, it's just so for 2024, the biggest releases, including so far, is like Justice League, or not Justice League, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. That's like the next like big like game, like that is like the big game of the year so far, and I can't really name any other big names.
Here, I'll send you
that are coming out.
I'll post this link because this is what I'm working off of.
So yeah, let me see what you're...
I'm just gonna list off like what I think is gonna get delayed from this list.
And I think that's a really good thing. We'll do it in our next episode.
We will? All right.